ancient ruin. Turned into a Tanakh stronghold? Could Ether be inside? Poking around's not gonna be easy with Tanakh's warriors everywhere.
Slain. Many more soldiers killed since.
Come, soldier of 10.
It's glitched. Incomplete.
Joint Force 10 active. Weapons were battle.
The 10 were dedicated soldiers, working together as a squad and sharing in their duty. And when the time came for battle, they took to the skies and leaped to glory. All Tanakh seek to follow their example. For the chief, it was one of the few things the clans had in common.
Claimed the desert. 10 seized the desert. Others raging sands. Soldiers crippling enemy lines.
What's this one about?
The 10 waged war against their enemy in the desert heat, a land too harsh for any to survive. But against all odds, they prevailed.
They seem a little extreme.
They take that as a compliment. During their war, the Ten climbed sheer rock, braving blinding snow and wind. They stopped at nothing to protect their own.
You make them sound invincible.
They weren't. But the visions tell us of their courage and strength, something our soldiers aspire to. The Sky Clan admires this one above all the rest. They make their home in the mountains northwest of here.
Join us, 10. Deep rainforest. 10 protected. In the jungle, sealed by darkness. Trap their enemies.
Soldiers in a jungle. Those were the 10?
Yes, they knew how to use the jungle's depths to distract the enemy until the perfect moment to strike. Generations ago, my clan, the Lowland, looked to this one for inspiration as they claimed the jungle to the southwest.
Hey, Outlander! It said... That relic you wear can hear the voices of the old ones. Is this true?
My focus can detect beacons from those recording devices. Should help me to find any others that are still out there.
The chief is inside. Are you ready to see him?
I want to look around more first.
As you will. Come, let us speak.
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the Ten.
This is it. Aether's below. What is this place? There. Back console. Come on, Aether. Time to go home. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring ether subordinate function to original code.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the Ten are not clear to me. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Collins saw years ago. All of the visions are changing, and this one just arrived. Aloy, here. Let's talk. Aloy, here. Let's talk.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
All right. I need to get Aether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
Better! Just keep running that drill.
You may enter, Outlander.
Good day, Outlander.
Your spear shall lead us.
Defend the truth.
What have they done at those time tags?
These new... How did they do it? Outlander. Are you in need of supply?
Outlander.
The Carl's on her.
Strange lights off the coast. Whatever it is, it can't be good. I should look into it when I'm out that way.
Under Hikaro's reign, the grove is reborn.
The visions are renewed. Let us receive their wisdom. That's a nice
Goes in my bag.
That should help you stay. Stand out.
May your blade be bright. You've come this far. We will stand by you.
Guided by the ten.
You have won your honor.
That one's changed too. The visions are renewed. All the time. Let it. Don't mind. New visions coming from all the final as one.
Under Hikaro's reign, the grove is reborn.
Your move, Vakala.
I know. Thinking.
So, say the chief.
Your courage inspires us.
Did you hear about visions?
Like to give you a Thunderjaw piece for beating her, huh? No one. Sure has a sense of humor.
I heard you got some fresh... Hey, what'd you do?
Is it true you saved Hikaru?
Passing patrol found a few days back.
What? May your armor hold.
So he's okay.
Traitor. Found rebel gear. Was the one who killed the squad.
You here to play strike, Aloy?
Stuff for the stash.
I've heard of you, Outlander. The Korut was a real defeat for Regala.
Fight well in return.
That's her. Strongest of the Outlanders.
I mean, it was a vision that no one else could ever see. I wouldn't mind taking one of them on, actually.
Right.
Observe the grid of JTF-10 in the mountainous regions of the hot zone. Trained to outlast.
Honor and strength.
Conditioned for any climate. Discover how JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert. JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert for any climate.
Wish I could have seen Regala's face when she saw you flying on that.
Join JTF-10 for a covert operation deep within the rainforest. Whether at home or abroad, JTF-10 critical to the insurrection. Discover how JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert. JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert. Where others feared the Mojave's raging sandstorms, JTF soldiers used them for cover, crippling enemy supply lines. Observe the grid of JTF-10 in the mountainous regions of the hot zone. Trained to outlast, conditioned for any climate, JTF-10 were elite defenders in even the most remote mountain landscapes. Join JTF-10 for a covert operation deep within the rainforest. Whether at home or abroad, JTF-10 protected assets critical to the insurrection. Deep in the jungle, concealed by mud and darkness, they laid their traps for their enemies.
What's this all? With everything that's happened,
Learn about life as a soldier of JTF-10.
missions, the tribe.
Out in the field or relaxing at base, Joint Task Force 10 acted as one. Led by Colonel Edward De La Hoya, their bodies and weapons were always honed for battle. Needles, ink, bruises. These daredevils of the sky shared it all.